Happy New Year. Oh, I see. Every week I feel like we have this countdown and it comes down to like Happy New Year. But no, Happy
Yeah.
Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, guys.
Thanks for joining us on short notice. We weren't going to do this
Yeah,
tonight,
well,
but
we didn't know.
we didn't know. We didn't know where we're going.
We were like on the fence and we kept saying, we're going to play it by ear. We're going to play it by ear. And then we're like, are we going to go live? Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We had a great Easter.
But we're here.
We had a wonderful day.
Mhm.
Time spent with, great time with family. We had some great food. We had great conversations. Saw a little interesting skycraft. Hey, Kay. Wow.
So
Kay's popping in.
We had
say hello.
Was the bunny good to you? The bunny was good to you? Good.
Okay. What was your favorite part about Easter? You want to come say hi, Liv? We have my niece and nephew here with us tonight too, but she's gonna. Sorry.
So
she's not here.
It's spring break in New Jersey, so we have the kids here having a sleepover tonight. They promised they would be quiet and let us have our live stream.
Could you guys tell these two are cousins? I mean, seriously, look at that for a second. Could they possibly be related right there?
Yeah, special guest. Tony, special guests. We like to have special guests with us when we can. So, what do you girls? You're gonna go watch a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go watch a movie.
Or do you just want to say hi?
I want to say hi.
All right, say hi to everybody.
Love it.
Okay. One of the best things, Danny, they do look the same. Yes. One of the fun, the twins. One of the fun parts about living where we live is we have a lot of family that lives very close to us.
Super close, yeah.
We hang out, we spend holidays together, we cruise together, and we do live streams together. So if it's your first time here joining us, I'm Brian. This is Julie. We're How We Cruise. We do this every Sunday night, even on the holidays. But we wanted to come in and talk to you tonight. It's been a busy week in cruising. Hope everyone had a great Easter. Did the Easter Bunny bring anybody a cruise? First of all, that's what I want to know.
Easter Bunny did not bring me a cruise.
No. If the Easter Bunny brought you a cruise, I'm moving in with you, and I'm going to start hanging out with your bunny.
Lots of eggs, though.
Lots of
eggs. There were 59 hard-boiled, not plastic, hard-boiled eggs hidden around. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? I don't know if I can.
We'll see how good our microphones are.
Anyway, 59 eggs. It came down to the last one. The last one.
There's always one.
There's always one. And that, gosh darn that bunny. We did find it. Who found it?
The last one? Oh, you found that one.
Mom found that. But yeah, so we did get that. So guys, I hope you had a great Easter. But keeping with the trend that we started within the last week or so, we want to talk reactions to like cruise news, cruise videos, not just cruise news, but cruise videos that are going out, because there's been a lot of content coming out, guys. Some of it we absolutely love, and some of it
we love less.
Just kind of makes us go,
Like the 90s. Things that make you go, I mean, we started watching a lot of YouTube on cruises before we took the kids on their first cruise, because we thought it was a great place to share information and get information. But the one thing that we found, and we try to stay very true to it with our channel, is sharing only that which we know to be 100% accurate and factual. You get our opinion all the time. Lord knows I got my opinion.
I'm sure that we probably, because I don't know, I can't think of a specific example right now, but I'm sure we've deviated from that, or we may deviate from that. But I think we preface it with that, like this, and like, but
sure.
Hopefully we don't deviate from what we absolutely know to be 100% true.
But you know what? Before we dig into all these stories, it is Easter Sunday, and a lot of people did take time out of their day to join us. So let's say hello to a few people. We do have the cruise nuts in the house. Thank you guys, Mike and Tracy, for joining us. Shayna's here. Shayna with the first vote for us to go live tonight. So you tipped the scales there. Kathy's here.
We weren't sure. We really didn't know the last minute, and we're like, you know what? Why not? We're home. We had a great day. We love doing this. I love doing this.
Kathy is here. Nice to see you. Carnival Cruise Addicts has joined us. I think that's Liz behind the computer there. Amanda has joined us. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Tony Diaz in the house. Thank you for joining us, sir. Fresh off Danny D, the spectacular supporter in the house. Good to see you. Danny just recently had a birthday, so if you missed Danny's
Happy birthday.
shout out, happy birthday to Danny. Jacques is here by pseudonym. Hello, Sugar. How are you? Good to see you. I think Matt has joined us. Matt, now see, Matt, I believe voted against the live stream, but that's dedication for him to be here.
He's still here.
So we appreciate you.
We love you guys.
Let's see.
So the kids are usually in bed when we do this. That's why we do it so late on a Sunday night. And since it is spring break and they're up and having a sleepover, Katie is making funny faces and dancing behind the camera at us. So if you see us kind of crack up out of the blue, it's probably something like that.
Blaine is in the house. Blaine has stopped in to find out when he's getting his shirt.
I know it's upstairs. It's coming. It's coming.
We're going to blame the post office.
Yeah.
Because the post office can't ship something until it leaves our house. So, all right, we got, let's see, what else we got here?
This
Danny
is our
says,
life.
hold on, Danny's got some information here. Hold on.
Okay,
Danny
all right.
says, brought me on March 15th a sister-in-law soon. Big bro got engaged. Congratulations. A wedding.
Wonderful.
We'll be, send us a save the date. We'll be looking for our invitation.
Stop it. No, that's great. Congratulations.
That's awesome. That's a lot of fun. Congratulations to them.
Wedding planning is such a fun thing to do.
Blaine says, who ate the most eggs? Beware the after effects. And Kathy wants to know if they were.
I'm the only one in the family that loves the eggs. I ate the most eggs for sure.
All the eggs are found. Thank God.
All the eggs are broken. Any other Go Noodle fans out there? Just
yes, Blaine, you are very sweet, but we were speaking to Sugar. So, all right. So a lot of stories in
much
the news.
Stuff going on in cruise news.
I mean, first off, the week started off with some major news out of Baltimore. I mean, what a tragic event, and completely shutting down the Port of Baltimore. If you haven't heard it yet, a cargo, which if you haven't heard it yet and you're watching our live stream, I really want to question you as what you consider your sources for news. But yes, a container ship hit one of the supports,
the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge, and the whole thing completely
collapsed, and it's devastating. I mean, devastating because it shuts down the port. I mean, there were lives lost. So our thoughts and our prayers to everyone affected by that, and just simply the port and the city of Baltimore and of Maryland. There,
we know some people from the community that live in the area and have been providing us some information. I have a coworker who has some family that work in that area. They've been providing us some information, but it sounds like, just a tragic situation, and it's going to take a while to get that port.
And I know that everybody here in the chat and anybody who's watching this video feels the same way. So, of course, our best wishes go out to there. But it is a hot topic because it does affect it so much. So I know that there are cruise lines diverting to Norfolk, Virginia, to be able to continue cruising because, you still have ships that have to come in and out. But we have container ships that are stuck in the port that can't get out. We have other ships that have to get in. And there's so much going on here. And it affects things economically for sure. And the entire
jobs,
industry,
the commerce, everything that's involved with the port.
This is a big one, guys.
When we think about a lot of these ports, we cruise, we vacation. That's why we're all here chatting. But a lot of times we forget that these ports it's commerce. It's the container ships. It's the goods and the supplies. It's getting things in and out of our country. And we
kind of joke, but I am waiting on a package that hasn't come yet. And we're thinking that it's probably held up in this. It was supposed to be here a while ago and we have no update on it at all. And I'm thinking that it's probably held up in this.
But it does make you think.
Tragedy.
So some of the research that we've done on this is that when the ships do pass under these bridges, we leave out of Bayonne regularly and we go under the Verrazano Narrows. And one of the shots we love to get, one of the things we love to film is going under that bridge.
Every time.
It's really a
surreal experience. it's pretty cool to be part of that and feel so close and then know that the ship is going under. But I mean, this container ship, that wasn't an issue. It wasn't the issue of going under. They lost power, and it's all under investigation and they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hit the bridge and made the bridge collapse. So
right. But that's one of the things. So to make everybody feel a little bit more at ease in the cruising community is we learned a lot about the communication between the ships and the bridge authorities on any of the ports. So I never knew this, and I wanted to look into it, is with any ship, whether it be a container ship, a cruise ship, anything goes under one of these bridges, they are in constant communication. And I saw somebody, Kathy said it here.
Coming up to until after the, like there is.
Kathy says, very horrible accident. I am thankful they were able to close the bridge and it was overnight, so more lives were not lost. I mean, had that bridge been packed, that would have been even worse than the tragedy was. But like you said, they were able to radio to the people that the bridge authority and say, hey, we got a problem here and we're going to hit that bridge. So they knew it was.
I think that the incident, as tragic and terrifying and horrible as it is, was minimized because we have procedure in place and things seem to have been working. The procedure seemed to have been working. So, but again, our hearts and our prayers go out to everybody affected, and we hope that gets fixed and cleaned up and addressed as quickly as possible. So,
but Mom's joined us. Hello, Mom. Nice to see you for the second time today. Larry is here. Larry voted for the live stream also, so thank you for joining us. Much appreciate you. But yeah, so that's not the only thing going on in cruising. I mean, we leave that off with prayers.
Got a lot of stuff going on in cruising.
Hopefully Baltimore reopens as soon as possible. I'm certain with all the cargo ships that are going to be diverted for that, they're going to be putting a lot of resources on getting that thing back open as fast as they can. Hopefully they get the port of Baltimore back open.
I mean, all right. So where are we going with cruises then? So, or like topics or updates?
There is one
Let's
ship that
we topics before we go into some other videos.
Well, I want to talk about one other ship, and I don't know if we missed this last week, but there is a ship that had a little bit of an issue within the last week, and I don't know if we mentioned it last week, but it's an important ship to mention. The Carnival Sunrise had a little bit of an issue.
Did we talk about this last week? I don't know. We talked about the Freedom and the tail going on fire again. And we talked about that, and people are being reimbursed, and that's whatever.
The reason the Carnival Sunrise is an important ship to talk about is what?
Where are you going?
No,
Go for it.
in July of 2025, we have a group cruise coming up on the Carnival Sunrise.
It was a burst pipe.
I guarantee you they'll have all those carpets dried out by then. Everything's going to be fine.
They had a burst pipe. There was a little bit of water, a little bit of leakage, and they cleaned it up. But man, I don't want to be on a ship if that's happening. Not because I'm worried about it, like anything happening or whatever, but like what a pain in the butt. I don't want water in my room. I don't want my stuff getting soaked.
We do appreciate the passengers and the crew that don their life jackets when showing you that safety procedures are in place. And the videos that you may have seen on YouTube or on Facebook, definitely
people, like walking through their life.
It may have been in an overabundance of caution, we'll say.
I always want there to be an overabundance of caution.
But yes, the ship is going to be repaired. It's going to be. Thank you, Larry. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Thank you so
Larry
much.
says, nice to see you again. Nice to see you, sir. So glad you joined us this Sunday evening. And every Sunday evening. We like to see you back.
Good stuff. What a great community. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Shayna, should we pack baking soda or Lysol for potential mildew smells?
I think we'll be good. We'll be good by then.
I think it'll be fine. I mean, I'm sure maybe there's even going to be a dry dock before then, and I can't imagine it's going to smell any worse.
No, it just came out of dry dock.
It just came out.
I thought
it was just going in.
No.
Oh, maybe they should send it back. Maybe they missed. They probably just missed a bolt or something like that, or a valve or something. And Katie's back.
This is what happens when it's not bedtime, guys. This is why why we go on so late at night on Sunday night. Yes, baby.
Tony says, slap on some duct tape and she's good as new. Absolutely. We actually had a competition when I was in college. we had a lake.
Can I share?
No.
Okay. Well, then
go
go figure it out. Otherwise, I'm sharing.
We had so Tony, to your point, we did have a lake on our campus where I went to college, and every year we had a competition, and that competition was you had to get across the lake, and the only items you could use to get across the lake was cardboard and duct tape. So people would build these boats out of cardboard and duct tape, and you had to get at least I think it was 2 passenger teams, if I remember correctly.
I'm glad you were all good swimmers.
But yeah, you had to get across the lake. So I do have a little bit of experience in maritime shipbuilding, albeit with cardboard and I mean what access to cardboard do you have when you're in college? But we would store up those 6-pack containers for quite some time, and we got a little creative, but it was fun. But yes,
so
a little bit of duct tape.
A little bit more talk this week about Carnival Celebration Key, about just getting ready for that. I heard that they're going to be able to host all 4 XL class ships in the same day. I mean,
at Celebration Key.
Maybe
once phase 2 of the second port, or there's supposed to be a 2-tiered.
A lot of people, guys. So is the island going to be that big, or are they just going to have that much area, or is it always going to be packed? And are they going to regularly have 4 XL size ships there? Because they're saying now, like, any Carnival ship that goes anywhere in the Caribbean now is like they're all stopping a Celebration.
Well, that's kind of
like
Royal
Coco. I was going to say Royal does that with Coco Cay and well, they were doing a Lava D. But same thing. That's a lot of ships in port at the same time. However, cannot wait to experience it. Can't wait to see it because it is looking cool. And I think that Carnival said, and I mean this, I think they said, Coco Cay, challenge accepted. That's what I think.
Well, I mean,
it looks amazing.
That's business. I mean, that's competition.
I mean, Calypso Lagoon is going to be the largest pool. And it looks like it's going to have everything from their swim up bar. Like it looks like it's going to
That's also where there's going to be an adults only area, and there's going to be a family area.
They're going to have all different kinds of areas. It's looking really cool. So we're going to continue to watch what's going on with that because I'm excited to check it out.
And we're going to try to get there as soon as that thing opens up. We're going to try to get there as soon as we can, so we can kind of get our own opinion on it. Because that's kind of what we started to say before. I
love what you just said.
What?
And now I know that wasn't planned.
Well,
get our own opinion.
Right. And
I just don't.
Before we start talking, we do have a question. Shayna wants to know: did I go to Cedarville? No, I did not go to Cedarville. I went to the wonderful Trenton State College in the downtown suburbs of really safe Trenton, New Jersey. Will G has joined us. Hello, Will G. How are you, sir? Nautical Nurse Nancy in the house. Hello,
hey,
and happy
Hey,
Easter.
Will
Nice
G.
to see you. Kevin Brubaker
and
has
hey
joined
to
us.
everybody. I said hello in one text, and normally I try to say hi to everybody, and I didn't tonight. So I'm just gonna say hi to you verbally, and if I've missed you, know that I love you, and I'm saying hello. So.
Yes, definitely. But anyway, what we were saying is we do want to experience these islands for ourselves, because what we started this stream with tonight was the fact that we started our channel because our kids wanted to see what cruises were like before they got to go on their first one. So we searched, and a lot of you in the chat, we watched a lot of your videos before we even got the opportunity to meet you. So thank you for your videos.
It's interesting because you hear a lot. Well, you're watching the videos. If you're watching the videos, but you know what? Like, I think there's a lot of reason to watch videos, right? Sometimes we watch videos because we love the community. Sometimes we watch videos because, hey, we want to know what's going on in our niche, and we want to know what's going on. Sometimes you watch videos because you're specifically searching for a topic that you're interested in learning about, a specific port, a specific ship, a specific room tour. How many times, every single time, guys, I'm not going to lie, every single time we book a cabin, I Google search, YouTube search, everything, that specific cabin to that ship to see if somebody else has posted a video or pictures or anything else about it. Because
Now we
all
know.
want to know.
I mean, I know that you all watch our channel for my singing voice in our next TikTok video. But we also try to
let's talk about
share.
that before the end of the night.
We try to share some relevant cruising information. Also, we do our best. So I mean, but what we were talking about is that a lot of the things that we initially saw on YouTube, we then went out and experienced ourselves with our family, with our kids. And yes, Kevin, Brian the crooner. It's more of a rap kind of thing with a like country undertone.
I can't whisper because I'm like, I don't know what crooner is.
That's like a Frankie Sinatra, like a Bayonne, Hoboken, Jersey kind of.
Okay.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
Yeah, we don't think.
Oh no,
Chris chimed in.
All right, sorry.
Yeah,
Cruz.
dog. Okay, sorry guys.
I'll
and
go
with that,
sailing.
we just lost people. No, just kidding. All right. So I mean, even like was it last week or the week before we were talking about favorite ports?
Yes.
And we started talking about what we like the best. Guys, don't take our opinion for it. Go experience it for yourself. But hopefully we can provide some helpful insight. But we've also talked about this before too. Watching with your own eyes.
Shana, other people's Sinatra, Bublé, Brian.
There we go. I love Michael Bublé. Watching other people's videos kind of gives you, like, you can kind of make your own opinion regardless of what they say because you can see with your own eyes. And I think that's why we love the vlogging that we do.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, guys. Just, remember that whatever is on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever it is that you like to watch and whatever it is, take it with a grain of salt and definitely get your own experience.
This is a sweet comment. Amanda says, exactly how I found your channel, going on our first cruise, May of 25, and want to see realistic videos with families. So many ship tours where it looks like no one is on the ship, not realistic. Now, I will say this. The How We Cruise channel is eventually going to bring you a ship tour. Well, we got one coming.
Well, we did one on Icon. It was a live ship tour.
What did you guys think of that? Did you like? If you saw it?
So many technical errors going on there. So I don't know if it's even a fair whatever. But I'll say this: people who want to do ship tours and people who do ship tours, they look for the quietest time and the ship to do it for a number of reasons. One, they don't want to disturb a lot of people. Two, they don't want to get a lot of people in the background. But you're right. When you watch a vlog or when you watch somebody walking around a ship, you want to see the action. You want to see what's going on. You want to see who gravitates to where. And so absolutely. And that's totally how I feel. And that's why we have the style that we have. It's because,
Amanda,
we want to see it like it is.
Our Anthem of the Seas ship tour that I'll eventually post at some point is that was filmed at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
You got up really early.
Yeah. So I mean, we aim for it to be that.
I had a couple lives too where like I would wake up like super early just because I was up and I was walking around the ship and just decided, I was like, you know what? Like I think cleaning crew are like going around and I'm just like there like screaming, you're sleeping, and I'm like, it wasn't on purpose. It was just like, hey, I'm up, I might as well. Like, I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
Our kids will appreciate this. Kev says, I rickrolled Julie at the grocery store. She was not happy with me, but she's never gonna give
oh my God. No, where's like Kev, dude, do you have like, does he have like, our house is bugged. I am not kidding you. 75 times a day we're hearing about
rickrolling. Yeah.
And if I hear the song one more time, because it's all the kids sing, and I'm like, here I am.
Maybe the next group cruise we do we all go to karaoke.
We all do it at once. Yeah, I don't know.
The rickroll cruise. Larry says it looks like a bourbon and martini kind of night. Larry, it's a day that ends in Y, so yes, it is.
All right. So that, I don't know. Should we slide into not vlogs not cruise news, but maybe just some videos that we've seen lately.
What have you seen recently, Julie?
I've seen well, I'm constantly watching. If I'm driving in the car,
Never gonna give.
I don't listen to the
now. It's
radio.
in my head now.
I know. You can't get it out. It's crazy. I'm in the car. Like I turn on YouTube. I'm not watching it, but especially when it's talking head, I'm just like listening and I'm listening to what they're having to say. So,
well,
a lot of.
What if I know what you want? One of the things you wanted to talk about tonight. So let me kind of go off of Amanda's comment then. Do we bother you?
I hope not.
Like when we're all
They're
on the
here,
ship. No,
I
not
hope.
now.
Oh,
they're
as
here
vloggers,
now.
as vloggers. Okay.
But like when we're on the
I
ship.
thought you meant did we bother them?
No,
Like,
well, of course, no.
okay.
So,
right. No. Do vloggers bother you?
Does it bother you when you see people? I mean, we were on Icon last.
You know what bothers me?
And you know what really grinds my gears? We were on Icon last, and I mean, everybody under the sun had a camera out 26 hours out of the day. I mean, you couldn't turn around.
And there were some big
and we've been
influencers. There were some big vloggers, and there were just people who were just everyday people who were just like, this is so cool. I want to take pictures. I want to remember this experience.
One of the most fun things that we've been doing is I've been enjoying searching for Icon videos and going, oh, there we are. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are.
We're in that video. We're in that video. We're in that video. Yeah.
Look,
finding us in the background.
There we are yelling at the kids.
It wasn't hard with those pink shirts. I'm just saying. Which was your idea, but that was a good one. I liked the pink shirts because it matched the Royal Caribbean. Yeah. We had a lot of fun with that. Anyway, sorry.
So do you like finding yourself in other people's vlogs? Do you like being in the vlogs?
Are you upset if you find yourself in the background of somebody else's vlog? Because or
do you want to be in the front of someone's vlog?
No, I truly think,
Kevin,
and I hope, but I truly think every single person out there who is doing this to do this and because they love it and they whatever is not trying to get anyone else. And they are mindful of people in the background. Like you're mindful and you don't want to get other people in the background of your vlog. Like just because of
but I'm a firm believer.
Respect, like like
exactly.
You're on your vacation, you're on whatever. You may be looking your absolute best, or you may not be, and like you don't necessarily want to be put out there.
I like
for anybody else to see.
I'm a pretty good judge of character.
By the way, I'm editing the one. There's so many videos where like this is what happens when you do this. What? We start videoing and it's me more than you because you always look the same. I mean, like, look, short hair is shaven, or even if you're not, even if you have some scruff, like me, when my makeup's off and my hair is a mess and I don't care. Like I pick up and then I go to edit and I go, oh my gosh.
I'm undercover now with the glasses.
How am I going to use this? I look absolutely horrible. But you know what? I do. I don't care. Whatever. It is what it is. You know what? People, you get what you get.
No,
people.
I mean, but what I was gonna.
Sorry, I know we digress.
I'd like to think I'm a pretty good judge of how people are feeling when they see the camera, and I can tell the people that are trying to duck under and don't want to be seen, and I try my best to avoid and not get them on.
I mean, we're always tuned in. To avoiding other people in the background. At the same time, you're not tuned in to everybody. Like you're tuned into what you're doing and kind of what you need to say. So,
but there are times, and if you watch any of and you know where I see it the most, I love our Coco Cay vlogs. When we're in that Oasis Lagoon, one of my most favorite things to do is to grab the camera and just start going around the pool because people just for some reason are having a blast and they want to be seen on camera. They start waving, they start dancing, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Here's your 3 seconds of fame. Here you go, because you're gonna find yourself on the How We Cruise channel for all.
Oh boy, guys, I don't know.
So I'll go around and I'll let people wave and dance, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's fun. But if I see people that are like not wanting, then I definitely and Julie cuts out a lot too.
Let's not pretend for any stretch of the imagination we don't have a lot of big gear. We have a gimbal, we have a tripod, we use our phones, and we use a small camera. We have no like telescopic lens. Is that telescopic, whatever, telescope lenses? Like, we have no big lenses. We have no big whatever.
Yeah.
Even our
The
whatever.
The GoPro's about the biggest piece of equipment we use.
Yeah, a GoPro is literally
Bitty.
this big. The Canon, we don't even like to use that much. We use it sometimes, but that's this big. So, you know, we're not walking around with any kind of a crazy equipment, but yeah. So
Tony, you're not alone. You can clearly see in a few videos where I have had one too many adult drinks. If you haven't seen that, go check out our original Oasis of the Seas. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't look at that at all. Nothing to see here. Hello, Richard Van Den Aar. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Together We Travel has joined us. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Welcome in.
This is a fun one. I'm glad we came on tonight.
Yeah. Let's see who else. I'm just looking at. Shayna says she doesn't like her voice being in the video.
Nobody likes hearing their voice back. Nobody does.
My voice is terrible.
Well, no, because listen, this is why. Because your entire life you've heard your voice in your head, right? Like, not in your head, but well, maybe. You hear your voice differently than what it actually sounds to other people.
Mm-hmm.
It echoes and reverberates. I don't know. I'm making up.
I thought for years that I could sing.
Anyway,
now I know
so
the truth.
when you hear yourself, it's never going to sound like other people hear you. And that's
why you do this thing, right?
That takes a lot of getting
never
used to.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna. Sorry.
Rick roll. Yeah. So no, I mean, it takes a lot of getting used to hearing your voice back. So you know, I've gotten used to it. Now I watch everything we do back, guys. Every single video that we ever do, every live, every
Kevin says, I hear the voices in my
everything.
head. Make it stop, make it stop. My voices in my head are arguing with each other. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Stop it. Hi. So let's see.
So I think that going back to like just like the vlogging and making and being like mindful, I think most people are mindful. I think that, you know, we've heard of different cruise lines being more open or less open to my watch keeps like but there's no message there. It keeps like.
But if you'd like to be in one of our videos, there's the opportunity for you to do so in November. If you join us on the November 3rd Freedom of the Seas group cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. We're going 6 nights to Grand Cayman, to Falmouth, and Lauderdale. We're not exactly sure what's happening with Labadee yet, but
if we can go there,
amazing.
Because if we can go there, we know we'll be okay. Mm-hmm. And if we don't get to go there, we know it's going to be a sea day, or it's going to be in another amazing port, and it'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Not worried about it any which way, but I know it's going to be an amazing cruise and an awesome time.
Hashtag ticker time. That's right, Kev. I will find a way to get it there. I was waiting.
No, I hate the ticker.
I was waiting for your commercial, but it didn't come, so I had to jump on it. So you're not getting paid for tonight's live stream. So I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Matt says, Matt, whoever you are, Matt, you guys are supernatural on camera. It's refreshing.
Who were they talking about? Us?
Well, I don't know who else is on camera right now, but
supernatural. That's such a compliment.
Oh,
and I sincerely thank you.
Super space natural.
Okay.
That's different than I took it. I was like, yeah, I'm a superhero. I'll put on my cape and stuff. And all right, you want the ticker to go away?
Dad jokes, guys. He tries to be funny.
Do I make the ticker go away? I'll make the ticker go away.
Should
I put the other ticker up?
I hate the ticker.
I'll put the other ticker up. No.
No. Well.
No.
So.
All right, we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to it.
I have a question. If you are vlogging,
I have lots of questions.
If you are a professional, and I'm going to use the word professional. If you're a professional and you're on a cruise ship, why would you say that you're not using big equipment if you are? Sorry, I know I'm leaning on your chair. I know. I'm comfortable.
Personal space.
I know that wasn't even a good count. I'm literally just comfortable.
Trying to push me off camera. It's like over here. I'm like,
oh look,
what?
I'm getting ads now as text messages. That's what's beeping on my watch. Why would you say that you're not using big equipment if you are? I mean, like let's face it. If you have a lens that's this big,
you want to show it off. I mean, size matters.
And like it's in places that maybe are less filmed than others, like some of the shows and sometimes you have media passes and that's okay and that's fantastic. But like, let's call a spade a spade. If you are, especially when you do this professional, like I'm tired of the mixed messages. Like I'm tired of the, oh, hey, no, we don't have any big equipment. And, oh, but wait, we do, but we just so briefly. And, guys.
The point we're trying to make is there's perspective, and we like to share our perspective of things, and we want you to all get your own perspective. So take what you see, what we post up there.
Thank you for
deflecting
me
you,
back in.
deflecting you. Yes. I like Kevin's comment here. He's going to dress up as John Heald on our Royal Cruise in November. So if you want to see Kevin dressed up as John Heald, come join us in November as we all get kicked off the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas.
You said the word perspective. And I have one of my favorite like little shorts, reels, and TikToks to make are perspective videos. And I try to take something that like you can look at from one angle and not even either maybe not know what it is or it's like whatever. And then I try to like, and I always incorporate my spin into it, right? And then spin it into, and then kind of show what it is, but not really show what it is. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I don't know why. It's just me. And everybody can hate it. They can love it. They can whatever.
It's the creator in you.
It is the creator in me. But there's perspective and then there's perception, right? So perception is what you perceive. Perspective is what other people see. So like, keep that in mind. Like guys, like what you see is not necessarily what other people are seeing. So,
Well, I mean, this comes from, because we were watching some other videos too, where there were some people bashing some of our favorite ports. And then we saw some people saying they loved certain ports and we're like, really? That's
actually said in the video that they hadn't been there.
So, I mean, what we've learned is it's all about your own experience. So like, let's say, for example, I'm going to take the controversial one. Okay. First, I'm going to say hello to Z because Z just joined us. Hello, Z. How are you?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Well, we have said on multiple live streams, go watch our favorite ports video, go watch all of our things like that, right? Exactly, Kevin. Everyone's lens of life is different. So our lens of life.
How I cruise is not how you cruise, and we say that all the time.
One of our favorite ports is Costa Maya, and if you watch a lot of videos, everybody's like, "Stay on the ship in Costa Maya." It's a disaster. We love Costa Maya. I mean, we have been that strip down in Mahawal. If you go south of the port a little bit, it's one of our favorite places.
The restaurant, the food is absolutely spectacular. It's beautiful. You can shop and you can just explore the culture.
The food is fantastic. The tequila is fantastic.
Like you can really, really enjoy Mexico and Costa Maya.
But if you go to the wrong place, or if you don't know where to go, or how to,
if you go to the wrong place, so what happens?
Well, not the wrong place for you.
Ask to go to a place, and then the taxi driver says, "No, let me do this for you."
So the best advice I want to know in the chat: when you go to a port, do you go off on your own? Do you stick with the ship? If you go off on your own, how do you plan it in advance? Do you just get off the ship and wing it? Do you grab a taxi and say, "Take me somewhere"? Because we've done all of the above.
We're comfortable doing all of the above, but we only do it if we're comfortable. So
right, you have to know where you are. You have to know what you're comfortable with. You have to know. I mean, another big cruise story this week is there was a Norwegian ship in port. I believe it was off the coast of Africa, actually, which is I'd never thought of doing a cruise there, but now I'm thinking of that.
Of course not.
But what happened to them is they got left behind, and I think it was a handful of them that got left behind in the port, and they're all up in arms, and Norwegian left us behind. Did Norwegian leave you behind, or did you not follow the instructions to get back to the ship when you needed to get back to the ship?
In time. And if you're not on an excursion with the ship, you have to make sure you're back on time. A lot of vendors will make sure that happens, but that doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily happen. So let's not, I mean, that's beaten to death. I mean, people get that.
Chris has joined us. Thank you for joining us. Carnival cruise addicts say stick with the ship always, unless just walking around. So yeah, I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with, 100%.
Kevin's looking for his paycheck.
Yeah. All right, Kev, we'll get you back in. Way to save your job. We appreciate you. The best advice is call Julie and Brian to book the November 3rd group cruise. Now, I will say this though. Okay. Quick commercial. I posted it. I just want to scream it from the rooftops because we want people to get the right deal. We have, and it expires in like a day, 2 connected rooms. It's the last 2 connected rooms on the ship. It's
literally
it's
a day.
2 doubles, so it only holds 4 people. So it's perfect for like maybe parents with like older than 12-year-old kids, but like younger,
with kids that are old enough to be, because they're connecting rooms on the interior.
Right.
So they're 2 rooms. The door, it can lock, whatever, or can stay open. But like you have connecting rooms, the door opens between the 2 rooms on the interior side, and it's an ocean view, so it's not a balcony. So these 2 rooms, we have a 2 and a 2. So if we have 4 people, or if you just want one of them and you have a 2 people, like we'd love to put these in.
We just wanted to get to somebody because
they're amazing rooms at an amazing rate.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody that wants to come with us,
rate,
come.
But we got to release those rooms because we had a cancellation. So.
Like you said it, you were joking earlier, but you're like, you know what really grinds my gears? I have to say this, like I think that there's a way that people who are posting videos, whether we're doing a live, whether we're doing a vlog, whether you're doing what, for anybody in the chat who doesn't know what talking head is kind of similar to what we're doing live, but it's when you post a video that's not live and it's just somebody whose head is talking to the camera to tell you something, and maybe there's some other like little clips here and there about what they're talking about. So when they're talking about something that seems like is important to the viewer, so I think the intention is to get the good information out, and I do believe that the intention is good-willed. But when you start pulling in names, like it's almost like name dropping to get some traction to that video, whether it's the name of the port, because we know this is happening in multiple ports, whether it's the name of the venue, you know, like a popular venue that would be like the most popular venue in that port. But yet you're talking about a general topic. I think that it brings...
You're on fire tonight.
I am, guys, because when I watch, I just... I want to put out
there's 2 types of people in the chat right now. Half of the people know exactly what you're talking about, and they're either agreeing with us or logging off, but the numbers are still pretty good, so I think we're okay. Or they're going, what is she talking about? And they're about to get off the stream and start Googling.
I'm talking about, don't talk about ports like Cozumel, Costa Maya, Labadee. Don't talk about venues like Crazy Lobster.
Listen, if you've been down to Costa Maya, I will say this. Mauricio is the owner of Crazy Lobster, and he's a fantastic individual. We have always had a great time when we've been there. Outstanding place, runs a fine establishment. If you're in Costa Maya, it's worth stopping by and giving them some of your business. We also love La Chilingaloense down there. Jackie's fantastic. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Favorite.
Costa Maya.
I mean, I'll say this: Jackie and Chilingaloense are our favorite. Like every time when we go down there. But like
we've heard there's some less than good.
We have Mr. Sancho's. We got Paradise Island. We got
Paradise Beach Club.
Sorry. We have.
I mean, the Cozumel Beach clubs are amazing, and now we hear that even some of the cruise lines are going to start opening their own private beach clubs in some of these destinations.
And I know that some of them, do you think this is freaking them out?
Who?
Like the private beach clubs in like Cozumel. because Royal's coming in and going to open their own.
Maya Chan is another good one in Costa Maya. Kevin said never got off the ship in Costa Maya, not on purpose, just didn't have anything planned on getting on a ship. You know what? These ships are just destinations.
Kev,
now.
Come to Costa Maya with us because we love Costa Maya. We will do a golf cart. We will we'll go to Red Cart and we'll have
to set up another group cruise thing.
It literally is like my favorite.
We do not currently have a group cruise stopping in Costa Maya.
I know, we need to do that. We need to get on that.
We will have a group cruise. We're going to look at a group cruise that maybe hits the Western Caribbean next time. I think that's a good plan.
I think that
Tony likes Maya Chan.
General consensus that I got amongst within the last week, watching some videos, was that there was some valid information that was misconstrued and kind of used as a little bit. The word clickbait is not right. It's like almost like like a little bit of like fear mongering. Is that the right word or whatever? Like don't take what you see or hear as the absolute truth. Get more than one opinion. I don't know.
Kathy, where are you going? 1.5 to 1.12. Where are you going? Want to know? Shana wants to know if we'll do the Western in 2026. So, not off the table. Not off the table. But I'm going to use Kevin's comment here about the golf cart. I'm so doing that next time. So this is a good example, right?
So much fun.
So if you are in the port of Costa Maya, you can, through the port, you can rent a golf cart. Those guys wear the white shirts.
Yep.
If you walk outside of the port and make a right and go a little bit further down, that's Red Shirt Mahahual. Red Shirt Mahahual is an independent vendor. They're not associated with the port.
Look for the red shirts.
It's exactly.
They have a web there. They have a Facebook page, and direct you to them.
Go to their Facebook. They are separate from the cruise port. Their prices are lower. I think their carts are either just as good or better.
We had a great cart.
But the cart was great. They did 6 passengers,
they
4
looked
passengers.
For you to pull up, and they directed us right where we were told. We were given a map. We knew right where to park. We were given options of where we wanted to go to. We were never in any kind of concern of where we were going or traveling, except for when you crossed the intersection, and that made me a little nervous. Because he was driving. Just saying.
It's Costa Maya.
It's in the video. You can see it.
You're supposed to drive a golf cart with a margarita in Costa Maya. That's the rule. That's what you're supposed to.
That's not what he was doing. You would just cross the intersection, and I'm like, oh.
My little helper. Anybody watch TikTok?
He does this all the time. Like,
Kathy's going to the Western Caribbean, Cozumel, Costa Maya, Roatan. 3 of our most favorite places to go. Kathy, if you need any advice in those places, definitely check out some of our videos.
Share us. Tell us what you love. Yeah.
Those are some of our favorite places.
What do you love to do in Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Roatan? I think Costa Maya and Roatan are my top 2. I mean, definitely top 2.
Kev wants to know if he can bring his own golf cart and park it in the hallway outside his room. No, you cannot. However,
no,
if you
that's
need
not true. That's not true. I heard it's true. I heard you can do that.
You're going to bring a golf cart, huh?
Well, I mean, if anybody else can post this other on.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there of somebody parking their golf cart in the hallway, and then the cruise line asking them to remove it.
And they probably got pissed off.
Stop. Wow.
Stop.
Julie's on fire. Hot fire going on tonight. What other controversial stuff
yell at me when we get off.
What other controversial stuff? Now that you've pissed off everybody in the community, what do you want?
Kathy, we'll come with you anytime. Let's do it. Let's plan a cruise.
Oh, Maron. I'm out of bourbon.
Listen, guys.
I need more bourbon.
Super, super fun. How about okay, so let's get off Julie's soapbox for a minute and talk about how do you guys feel about themed cruises? I'm really curious because there's been some other videos that have been out there that have
on fire.
No, How do you feel about
Fireball.
How do you feel about themed cruises? Like, do you want? Do you guys like? Because there's a difference between a themed cruise and a group cruise, right? So, like the theme cruise, there's a very popular singer right now who may be dating somebody who plays.
I love when she talks about stuff that we
Foosball.
didn't talk about before
No,
we were
no, we
going to go on
didn't.
the stream.
No, because
this is great because then I have to figure out where she's going.
Because you know
All
what
right.
he does? He goes, okay, so do your research of the week and let's capture like all of our cruise news for the week, and then let's like kind of like recap. And as we're talking, I'm formulating ideas in my head, and this is where I'm going. So there are themed cruises, right? There are themed cruises where you can go on a country music cruise, right? You can go on a cruise that's geared towards chefs and cooking. You can go on a cruise that's for people who like to knit. You can go on, you can literally find a cruise almost for like anything because these are themed cruises. Now, themed cruises.
I heard there was a bunch of Afghans on the knitting cruise.
Themed cruises are group cruises, but they're like based on a theme and anybody can come in and book them. Group cruises might be somebody who wants to organize a group of people that want to go, and maybe it is with a theme, maybe it's without, but they might be a little slightly different. So how do you guys feel about themed cruises aside from group cruises? So forget just the group cruise, like forget the how we cruise, awesome people to hang out with group cruise, right? Let's talk about a themed cruise. Like, hey, I want to go on.
Do you mean like
I
a
wanna
friends
go
and
on the
family
Taylor-
group
I
cruise
w-
on the Carnival
Let's
Sunrise,
talk-
July 12th of 2025?
That's probably
Leaving
what I
from
mean.
Miami, heading to Nassau, Half Moon Cay, and Grand Turk, because you won't need your galoshes by then because everything will be dried out and it'll be fresh carpet smell. So it'll all be good.
The reason I ask isn't, I mean, you know, there's a company out there who does multiple themed cruises. You know, I'm just gonna say Sixth Man. Sixth Man does like group cruises or themed cruises all the time. They have all kinds of group cruises. So like, it's like if I mean, I just feel like that's very different from like, and that could be appeal to a lot of people. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's where if I would want to do that, unless I absolutely knew that like it was like something that I was super interested in and wanted to associate with those people, then that would be very appealing, I guess. Yeah. So I guess I get the appeal.
So Carnival Cruise Addict says that Chefs Making Waves cruise sounded fun. Maybe so that's another one of those that they do these, they organize these things, and it's through a promoter. We can actually book those for you as agents. It's one of the things we have access to. You're not going to get any kind of better rate, but we will manage the reservation for you, and we can take care of you on those kinds of things. They are available to us, but you know, I tell you, I'm not a theme cruise kind of guy. I'm more the group. I like the people that come with us.
We talk about things that we know, and we haven't been on a theme cruise, so I don't think we can actually say for certainty unless we've done it. But it hasn't interested us enough to do it yet. How's that?
Fair.
Yeah. Another little bit that was out in the information this past week was Virgin Voyages has been doing month-long Mediterranean cruise passes. $10,000, $999,000 for 2 people for a cruise pass for the month in the Mediterranean. I mean, like, that's pretty good if that's what you want to do. I mean,
well, let's loop it back around. You were talking about the group cruises, and it's kind of where we started the show off. And Shayna brings it back and says the video about the large group cruise losing their cabins on a theme cruise makes me hesitant too. So let's talk. Let's finish things off with this.
That's actually
exactly what we're talking about.
I'm so glad that you brought that up. It's almost like we asked her to do that. We didn't. Shayna,
right.
That was, I mean, absolutely perfect, because I wanted to talk about that earlier and we forgot about it, and we brought it right back.
We started in there and we kind of got off.
I know
topic,
we got
so let's come back to it.
That's what happens, guys, when we decide to go, Yay! Are we going to go
without a
live or
plan.
not? I don't know. Let's
But
just
what
do
happened, what Shane is talking about is there was a large group, I believe they were from Minnesota, that booked a themed cruise. And they showed up at their port, and a lot of them were denied boarding because they didn't have the appropriate documents. Now, exactly what happened, we don't know.
We saw the same.
We saw the
because
same
there's
news story.
So many things.
We saw the same news story that y'all did, but being agents, our brains immediately go to who dropped the ball somewhere, because if you've booked any cruises through us before, we can tend to be kind of annoying. When you start getting near payment dates, when you start getting near, deadlines, check-ins, you're going to hear from us a lot.
I mean, unless like everything is going smoothly and everything's on top of everything or whatever, like you don't have to, but we'll make sure like we're on top of it.
Right. I mean, we communicate with our clients through Facebook pages, through YouTube, like we're doing right now.
I love that comment.
Shana says, being a seasoned cruiser, I have so many questions.
So because right? You know what works and what doesn't work and how things work. And
theories. I have theories. And I'm curious to see how that story plays out. But I mean, essentially what it comes down to is no matter what cruise you book, whether you book through an agent, whether you book on your own, whether you book a theme cruise, a group cruise, when final payment date gets there, make sure you're paid in full. And after you're paid in full, either from the cruise line or your travel agent, make sure you get that invoice on the cruise line's letterhead that shows you're paid in full, that shows your room number, unless you're in a guarantee.
And I'm going to put ownership here on both TAs, if you're using a travel agent or a travel advisor, and on the customer, because I think that everybody has to be like in the know here. Like, so while, if you book through an agency or an agent, like they should be on top of everything or whatever. But also if you're booking a vacation, like just word to the wise, be mindful and know what you're doing and kind of be on top of it also, because mistakes can happen and you don't want to ever put your own whatever in jeopardy. But also
Sugar says it's called
insurance.
Sugar says it's called research your cruise and be smart. Absolutely. I mean, again, whether you're booked directly through the cruise line or whether you're booked through an agent, it's as much as we'd love to, we can't walk everybody onto the ship. At some point, you got to print out your own boarding passes. You got to print out your luggage tags. Now, have we printed out luggage tags for people and delivered them? Yeah, we have. We have done that.
Yep, we've done that.
We have done that. Have we taken out people's dogs that forgot to let out their dogs? Have we taken out their garbage that forgot to take out their garbage? Yes, we have. Good night, Liz. Thanks for stopping in. Happy Easter to you. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, mistakes do happen. But one of the advantages of using an agent and hopefully using us is, we try to cut down on those mistakes for you, so that way that doesn't happen. We want you to have a great vacation, and especially why, you could do like Kevin did and book the November cruise on the Freedom of the Seas through Julie and Brian. We do have space left on that cruise. We have space left on both group cruises. They're not theme cruises other than the theme of fun with us. So join us in November on the Freedom of the Seas. Join us next July of 2025 on the Carnival Sunrise. Join us for another group cruise that hasn't been named yet, because now I want to go to the Western Caribbean with all these people. So we're going to have to come up with something. So for sure. I don't know. And we were approached today about doing another group cruise out of New York. So, I mean, we got some stuff we got to start working on here. We're busy.
Yes, I mean, who wants to?
Ooh, yeah.
We just got to keep rolling with it, guys.
Let's see what happens. Because in less than a month, Julie and I will be down in 2 weeks. We will be down in Fort Lauderdale for the cruise line conference through Playa. And we're going to see.
Cannot wait to be there. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Kev, November 3rd. I'm so confused. Shayna says, yes, please show up on the 3rd. Don't show up on the 6th. If you show up on the 6th, you'll have missed it. Show up on November 3rd. But if you're going to show up on November 3rd, book it first, because we don't want you to be standing at the port on November 3rd trying to go on a cruise that you don't have documents for. So now we're just getting all over the place. But yeah, reach out to us. We'll be live again next week. Next week is, yes. So next week, and I promise we'll be much more prepared. So we'll have a lot of fun. But Kevin, show up on the 2nd. You know, maybe we'll do like a hotel thing, meet something on the 2nd. We'll see. We're gonna hotel stuff coming shortly on the November cruise. We're working on that one now.
We're getting closer now, so we're gonna have a lot more information coming out, a lot of more other things. We'll make sure we get like things like our t-shirts together and our other things together.
T-shirts, we got meet and greets, we got excursions, we got all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you book it and reach out. And until next week, thank you all for listening to Julie rant for an hour about all the factual things you see on YouTube.
Anything that you either agree or disagree with me on, please drop it in the comments. Please send us a message. As always, you know I'm going to plug our community group because we absolutely love seeing your photos out there. Hey, happy cruise day today to the MS Meraviglia or MSC Meraviglia. We got Deb and her group cruise on there right now. So I hope you guys are having an amazing cruise and cannot wait to see. They've already been posting pictures of that cruise. So
and we haven't heard any complaints yet. So hopefully post more pictures.
I've
jump over to our
lots of messages saying how much they're loving it. So
guys, follow up in the community group over there for some more pictures.
Love the photos, love the comments, love the questions. And
until next week,
we'll see you on the seas.